What's up mga ubes, mga Jcationers? We're here at KaLui Restaurant in Puerto Princesa, the best restaurant in all of town. Let's go in and check it out. It's got beautiful ambiance and even better food. Good morning, Jcationers. Leaving the hostel. Spin Hostel was great. It's probably the best hostel here in El Nido. Air conditioning gets a 10. I was actually like under the blankets because it was that cold. Nice, comfortable bed. It's not even a twin size. It's more of a full, a little more space. Oh, and I just uploaded a new video. And if you haven't subscribed to Jcation yet, paki-subscribe po. We're here at Tai Tai. This is my van that I'm taking on the way to Puerto Princesa. It cost me 500 Philippine pesos. When you're in El Nido, don't worry about having to book vans. You could book it the night before. They leave every hour during the day. Luckily today the weather's a lot better, so 500 Philippine pesos. The only thing I don't like is having my bag up on top. There's nothing I can do about it, and it's tied down well. The roads have been smooth so far. I think it's Tai Tai. Comment below, guys. What's the right way to say it? I definitely know it's not Tay Tay. It's Tai Tai, right? Gonna get back into the van. I don't even think we're even halfway to Puerto Princesa yet. Talk to you ubesh later. Speaking of Precious, happy birthday, feliz cumpleaños, happy second birthday to my goddaughter, Precious Jewel. I love you, I miss you, and Nonong will be back at some point. I promise Nonong will be back. Love you. Kiss Nonong. Y'all don't even know how many bags of this I've eaten already. Sukang paombong, 35 Philippine pesos. On our second stop, we're about halfway to Puerto Princesa. We're at some place called Alfredo's. I think we're near Port Barden somewhere. Just, on a little potty break and stretch break. 5 hours in the car could be tedious, especially when it's going round and around and around and around. So I have a bone to pick with this private van service from El Nido to Palawan. We'll talk about it when I get off the tricycle, but we're on a tricycle right now. I had to take a tricycle to get to my hotel, so I got a little bone to pick about this. Alright, Jcationers, so we now made it to my hotel. We're at Pablo Real Boutique Hotel. It's a little ways away from the airport. I had to spend 100 Philippine pesos, which is only $2 in US. It's a little pricey from the airport to here. So basically the little problem I had with the private van was the dude was like totally littering. Like, he did it twice while we were driving. He'd drink like a little plastic soda, and then he'd throw the bottle out the window like it's nothing. And I was like, you guys talk about wanting to like preserve the ecosystem, take care of your land, and then you tell people to like really take care of their trash, and then you can't follow those rules yourself. I don't know, I just feel like he was disrespecting by throwing plastic bottles outside the window. It's a van load full of tourists. It's not setting a good example for them. You don't want to trash this beautiful island or this beautiful country. Hold on to the bottle. I'd put it in my bag and throw it away after. He got us here safely, give him that, and he was a good driver. Dude, come on, man, don't litter. And also, you're Mr. Chatty Cathy with like a bunch of people. He'd always like stop, and during the stops he'd just be like having like friggin' tea time with people. It's like, bro, having like 5 to 10 minute conversations with people and like having stops just to say what's up to people. I could understand what he's saying. He's just chilling. He was just talking to his homies. I think I spent like 39, 40 bucks for this. We're a little ways away from the city, so I'm gonna have to take a tricycle in for dinner and then come back here. It's gonna be dark. That was El Nido to Puerto Princesa. 500 Philippine pesos. They actually have a new airport here in Puerto Princesa. It's about a year old. It wasn't the airport I went to 6 years ago. Anyways, there's a nice swimming pool here, but I don't think I'm gonna use it. I'm just gonna chill out and probably get some dinner pretty soon. Alright guys. So taking a look at the room, they've got some really nice amenities. Comp water, that's important. There's 2 beds here. Obviously, I'm only gonna be using this big one for the night. It's pretty spacious. They have a separate shower room. Toilet is on the other side. And then a big closet and a sink over here. Guys, so I'm tired and I want to just chill here at the hotel. But I'm only in Puerto Princesa one night, and it's really only like a $2 ride into the city. I'm being cheap, so let's go into the city. No staying at the hotel. I'm just gonna eat a little bit, maybe roam around a bit. Last time I was here, there were like blackouts and stuff. Right now it's good, so knock on wood. This is the hotel, nice and clean. This is the restaurant area. Probably gonna grab some breakfast here tomorrow before I go to the airport. Swimming pool's right there. They have a nice little keyboard thing before you step in. It kind of reminds me of Big. That scene in Big when they were playing chopsticks. Alright, we're in the tricycle. We're at KaLui Restaurant. We ate here like 6 years ago with my friends, and it was a brownout. Yeah, we're sitting down in like the traditional sit-down couch area. Just had an awesome dinner here at KaLui. It was one of the best restaurants I had while I was here in Puerto Princesa 6 years ago, and it still is. Literally spent under 20 bucks and got like a first class 5-star meal. Fish cordon bleu, I've never had that before. I only had chicken cordon bleu. They had huge pieces of tempura with a nice sweet sauce. I also had boiled taro. I'm used to having taro as boba, a taro shake, not boiled taro, and yeah, that was good too. I enjoyed the serving. The fish cordon bleu was fantastic. I also started off with the seafood sisig. They have a mix of shrimp, a mix of squid, and a bunch of other seafood, and it was really good. And yeah, and they were really nice enough to give me a complimentary dessert, which was in a buko bowl with watermelon, bananas, and some other fruits, and it was super good too. And they had brown sugar on top of it. So all in all, like, KaLui is the #1 ranked restaurant here, so you gotta try it. I mean, look at it. Spent under 20 bucks and I had like myself a feast. And the ambiance here is great. You gotta take off your shoes, and you walk around, you can take a lot of dope pictures around here. So this is definitely the best lighting in the restaurant. You can take some good picture ops here with your friends and people you're with, or yourself like me. We're gonna head back to the resort. I'm exhausted. I need some rest. Yeah guys, so the ambiance here is on point. Make sure you make reservations. I was okay, I didn't have reservations, but it's just me. Ito si Glenn. Glenn, salamat.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello po.
Thank you. Mabuhay Pilipinas.
Salamat po.
Salamat.
Salamat po.
What's up guys? So we're back in the hotel. Just had dinner over in the main part of Puerto Princesa. I got a ride from a tricycle driver, services this hotel that I'm staying at. Really nice guy. Shout out to Glenn, the Filipino Glenn from The Walking Dead. But yeah, Glenn was a really nice guy. I was having a conversation with him in Tagalog. Yeah, he actually dropped me off and said, hey, I'll be back, pick you up at 8:30. Just wait a little bit. I knew it was gonna be Filipino time, so he came up and picked me up at 8:35, but all good, Glenn. Because I ain't tripping, I already know about that Filipino time. He came back, picked me up, said what he did, and took me back here. I could have gone out and checked out some spots, but I'm just exhausted. Gonna travel again tomorrow. I want to make use of having a nice hotel for the night, even though I'm in a hotel tomorrow also. Yes. And not being in a hostel, because being in a hostel, you have people moving around in the room, and it's just not that comfortable. So tonight, I'm sleeping in comfort, so I might as well enjoy it. And I was asking Glenn about, like, what does he think about the tourists coming here to Palawan, coming to El Nido, and coming in groves. Now I've noticed that it's almost like they're overwhelmed with how many tourists have been coming in and coming out. They're still being nice and very helpful, but it kind of desensitizes some people because there's just so many tourists coming and it's kind of overwhelming. So I was asking him, like, does he like what's going on with all the tourists coming? He was telling me, yeah, there are a lot of tourists, but that's what's giving them their life and giving them food on their table. So like, even though maybe there are too many tourists and it's too much to handle, they look at a silver lining and say, hey, you know, it feeds our family, it feeds our kids, and it puts a roof over our head. I can see why he said that. He said, yeah, there are tourists here that don't really respect the country, really respect the land. To those people, like, really think about the things you're doing when you're in any country, whether you're in the Philippines, in Spain, in the US. Respect all the customs, respect the culture, and respect the people around you. You treat them with respect and they'll treat you back with respect. He dropped me off at the restaurant and he didn't even let me pay him. He actually didn't charge me for the ride over there. Like, he told me, like, I'm gonna come back and pick you up and take you back and you can pay me back there. The trust Filipinos have in people, it really goes far. I could have totally just taken another tricycle home. He trusted that I was gonna be there. For that, I gave him, it was only like $4 or $5. To him, it was a lot, and it went a long way. And that's the kind of stuff like I want to encounter while I'm here in the Philippines, and I'd like to help people out, even if it's just a little bit. Honestly, like I could probably just given him 100 pesos, which is just under $2, and he would have been fine with that for the night. Even though it's not that much, it means the world to these people. It's the kind of respect that I want to bring to the Filipino people, and the kind of stuff I want to show in this channel. I want to show positivity, respect. You can travel the world, but also always be nice to people. Always be nice to people, and also respect the land. That's why I got ticked off at the van driver earlier. He was throwing away plastic bottles on the road like it was nothing. I was like, dude, you live here, bro. Take care of that. But anyways, mga ubes, mga JKtioners, I've been rambling on. This is probably gonna be like the gist of my Puerto Princesa blog. But I just had to lay down some serious talks about what I think about, you know, what's going on here in Puerto Princesa, El Nido, Coron, with the hordes of tourism that's going on. Being around here the last week, it feels like the Filipinos here are still super nice, but they're like getting desensitized because there are a lot of overbearing tourists that come their way. Just be aware of that, guys. And yeah, anyways, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to me yet, please subscribe, mga ubes, and hit that notifications bell so you get the newest video updates every time I post. And comment below, have you been to Palawan? Are you planning to go to Palawan? I've been to Puerto Princesa, I've been to Coron, been to El Nido. Giving you guys all these tips. I hope you enjoy it. Please let me know if you need any more tips or need any more advice, and I will see you in the next video.